Hey Winston.
Yeah.
You see this road that we're on?
Yep.
Do you know Long Way Round?
Yes,
Remember
I
that
do.
documentary with Charlie Boorman and what's his name? Ewan McGregor?
Yep, yep.
Well, Charlie Boorman did a show called By Any Means.
Yeah.
Where he had to go around the world. You saw that, right?
Yes, I saw some of it.
He
Yeah.
came to Taiwan. He said that this road right here that we're on was his favorite road in the entire world to ride on.
Oh, he did he?
Yep.
That's kind of interesting.
And you know what that reminds me of?
What?
Really insane girlfriend stories.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep. So what, you want to talk about, like, crazy girls?
I want to talk about the craziest girls we've met in China. And this is not misogynist, by the way. This is just through dating experience.
Okay.
Well, I thought it would be kind of interesting for some cross-cultural perspective.
Well, you know, like, out of respect for my wife, I don't talk about my old relationship, so...
Oh, okay.
I don't know what we're going to do with this topic. How are we going to make it interesting? I can talk about stories or things that I've seen and things that have happened to my friends.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But if that puts a damper on your spirit, then maybe we could change the topic, but still keep this intro.
Why don't you talk about past relationships?
I just don't do it because, like, you know, they're not important to me. So it's like, if I talk about it, it's kind of as if I'm holding on to them in a way, you know? Does that make sense to you?
No.
Okay, well, yeah.
That's because I've talked to me and my wife joke about this kind of stuff all the time. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, Sasha will sometimes try to pry and ask me about my past relationships. Obviously, all that beer girl shit's still online, but
sure.
I always just, like, ignore it, and I'm like, nah, you know, that's the past. I'll talk about it. That's just the way I am, because, like, there's only space in my heart for one girl at a time.
That is the most Gillette thing I've ever heard.
Well, I'm going to tell some stories then.
Okay.
Enjoy.
All right.
And maybe you can just, like, pretend that the stories you're telling are about someone else. Anyway,
yeah, I could tell you about some things that happened to some friends of mine.
There you go. We'll do that. Like,
okay.
Yeah. Someone I know other than me.
Yeah.
Once upon a time.
Yeah.
There was a girl.
Yes.
And I was walking around Shenzhen.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Huizhou SIM card, so my phone didn't work.
Yes, because that was back then when you could get city-specific.
Remember those days?
Yeah, so
what
annoying.
the hell was up with that?
I have no idea.
It's gorgeous up here, by the way. It's
yeah,
like
it
ninjas hopping. It should be hopping around.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I was going around Shenzhen, but my phone didn't work, so I was like, holy crap. So I was asking people on the street if I could borrow their phone.
Yeah.
In typical Chinese fashion, no one let me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're worried that you're a Xinjiangren who's going to steal their phone and run away.
It's kind of made me sad.
These cyclists are insane.
I don't know how. Look at his legs.
It is
Could
so.
cut diamonds.
The air is. Yes. Yeah, you could carve diamonds on his legs. Anyway. Yeah.
There was this girl and her friend walking around, and they actually let me use their phone, which was very nice of them. Spoke really bad English, but not a pretty girl. Okay, not a pretty girl.
Right.
They decided that they were going to go out of their way to take me around town. Typical, you know, like, you know that kind of like college-age girl?
Yes.
She's like a factory worker or some shit, though.
Okay, yeah.
From like some tiny little village in China. But anyway, they took me around. They showed me that, you know, that amusement park in Shenzhen?
Yeah.
Like the
Happy
roller coaster
Valley
and
or
stuff.
whatever it's called. Yeah. Huanglegu, yeah.
Yeah, so we went there and we ate some food, blah, blah, blah. That's boring. But anyway, exchanged details and said, oh, next time you're here, you know, blah, 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 blah. She added my Skype.
Okay.
Look at that thing. That Delica. Thing's hilarious.
It's funny.
She added my Skype, right?
Yeah.
And she starts, like, constantly messaging me. I'm like, oh my god, right?
Yeah.
Then she's calling me all the time too, and she's like, she'd call me in the middle of the night and just start singing songs.
Okay.
And it was really, really weird, right? Anyway, I'm just like, no way. I didn't want to be a dick, but I had to start ignoring her, right?
Yeah.
I come home from work one day, and my roommate, because I was living in the dorm with all the other teachers right when I started my job, he goes, there's some girl downstairs asking about you. I didn't let her in. And she's got a bunch of, like, bags packed.
Okay.
She went to Huizhou, got in a taxi, and asked the driver, where do all the foreigners live?
Really?
Literally, not a joke. I did not give her my address. Holy shit, I can barely move.
This bike, I mean, like, first gear and like 200 revs.
This is hilarious.
Yeah.
I actually had to physically push the scooter. Oh my god, dude, I don't know. Let's see.
Why are these people stopping?
Shit. I have to push it. This is dangerous, dude.
Yeah, it's annoying to death. This door, the car almost rolled into me, man. Don't get close to the cars.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, wow, this is tough.
This is just terrible.
Oh my god. Anyway,
Yeah.
long story short, she was downstairs. She asked the taxi driver where the foreigners live, and she came all the way. And she has her bags packed, and she goes, I talked to my mom, and she disagreed in the beginning, but at the end I changed her mind, so we can be together, and we can, like, get married and stuff. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
I'm not kidding. So I was like, what the hell? I let her, like, stay in the dorm, like on the couch or whatever, and she kept trying to sneak into my room. It was the weirdest experience, and I don't think that's indicative of Chinese girls, by the way, but there is a huge difference between casual relationships or even just getting to know someone. Like, I guess I crossed the boundary just by being nice to her, right? So that was, in her mind, that was enough to, like, you know,
yeah, I mean,
that's love.
we've got some heavy topics to talk about coming up on this trip about what happens with a certain type of rural Chinese girl. But I guess I can tell you at least one story about the clinginess, because you have to understand that, you know, we've gone over this before, but, you know, casual relationships just don't fly in China. You know, you can't have a casual, hey, let's date, let's have a bit of fun, you know,
Right.
let's go out
Unless
and-
they're Western, they
yeah,
lived
unless they're
abroad.
Western educated, or they're, you know, if they do that in China, they're just considered sluts by everyone.
Right, that
You know,
sucks.
it's not a very open society like in the West. You know,
Right.
If you're going to date someone, if you're going to sleep with someone, you got to marry them. You know, that's kind of
Right.
how it goes.
Right.
Anyway, I was dating probably my first. I guess I can talk a bit about it, but like one of my first serious girlfriends in China. And she was just so incredibly clingy, but it was terrible. She was so untrusting. And okay, I'll start like this. Basically, I was working. I'm at my workplace, and this massive bouquet of roses arrives, like
Whoa.
100 roses.
Whoa.
Okay, with like a card for me on it, and she made sure it was delivered to like the front desk, so all the staff that could see
They
it.
always do that. It's got to be a public display.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
I'll
like
buy.
it's like putting a stamp on you, like, hey, he's taken, you know, that kind of
Right.
thing. I felt very uncomfortable about that, but what was even more uncomfortable was we had like a work party, right?
Right.
Like an end of year party, and obviously she was invited. Everyone was invited, right?
Right.
So I invited her, told her, come to my workplace at this poor bike is struggling. You know, come at whatever 6 p.m. or whatever it was, right?
Right.
And we're setting up all the tables, and we're having like a feast and all that stuff. And it's not 6 p.m. yet. And one of the staff came to me, and they're like, you know, there's this weird girl. I think she looks like your girlfriend, but she's been outside since about 4, and she keeps like peeking in the windows and sneaking around and stuff, and
Right.
you know. And then she went across the street again, and then she came back and was peeking in. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And so
I'm gonna
anyway,
wait up for you. Holy shit.
yeah, you gotta slow down, man. This bike is really literally just not taking this well. So anyway, I went and I walked across the street, and sure enough, it was her. And she was kind of like hiding in an alleyway there. And she'd come to like sneak up and try to like spy on me to make sure I wasn't flirting with my, you know, work colleagues and stuff.
No shit.
You know, it was quite an eye-opener.
Right.
And you know, she also would not let me go out and have a drink with my friends after work, like my work colleagues. And they're not female work colleagues, you know, just some of the other guys.
Sure.
We go out for a beer, and she would send a message every 5 minutes. When are you coming home? And I told her I'll be home by 10, and this is like still 8:30, and she's like, when are you coming home? By 10. 5 minutes later, when are you coming home? By 10. You know.
What do you think makes? I'll let you finish. Sorry.
I know why. You know, the thing is, infidelity is a massive thing in China. Slow down, dude.
Sorry,
Slow down.
just like mesmerized.
This bike is just not handling it. But infidelity is a massive thing in China, right? So
Right.
people are quite used to their spouses or their boyfriends
Let's
and
find somewhere to
girlfriends
pull
cheating.
over, by the way.
Yeah, cheating on them, right?
We'll finish this.
Yeah, we will. And so I think that's what causes that, to be honest.
Yeah, I think you're right. I didn't think about it like that, because it's just so commonplace. And it's like expected, but they don't want it. It's like no woman wants their man to cheat on them, right?
Yeah.
This is freaking
You want to stop here?
Yes.
Okay, give me a second.
There's like a shoulder.
I'm so worried this bike's not going to start again, dude.
Oh my god, that is absolutely insane.
It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I would rather find a nicer place because, or maybe I could just leave this running. Let's see if I can get it in neutral. You know,
just let it rest, dude.
You know, it's not about that. It's about starting it again.
Really? I think
Yes.
it'll start.
No, I don't think so.
If you can pop the clutch down the hill. We got to get drone and shit here, dude. Like, this is
Not
amazing.
here. We're not taking off here.
Why not?
You can't. There's no space to take off. We need a home point updated. Please check it on the map.
Okay,
Let's find
at
a
least
better
take
place.
a photo.
Yeah, let's get some photos. Anyway, yeah, while we're here on the side of the road, keeping bikes alive, is there is there anything else you want to say? I mean,
I got a
wow.
He's like, yeah.
That guy's insane.
He's literally just going for it, isn't he?
These cyclists, I tell you what, Taiwanese cyclists, this is so gorgeous up here.
It is. It's stunning. Anyway, we're gonna get some amazing footage in a sec.
Yeah.
But before that, I have to tell you guys that you are awesome. Tell us in the comment section, by the way.
Yeah.
What is your craziest girl/male story? Some of you are female out there, I'm sure. Tell us about it. Like, what's the craziest, stalkerist, most clingy situation you've had? Maybe you're the clingy one. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to make it out as if Chinese girls are particularly bad. But
that's why I brought it up. It's like a...
But no, at the end of the day, they actually are. They're worse. No joke, they are. Like, because of the societal expectations, you know?
Right.
That's the difference. So jealousy, clinginess, things like that, they are more pronounced in China. Let's put it that way. They're just a bit more pronounced. At least through my experience. Because of course I dated Western girls before coming to China. So I've had the experiences, you know, from both ends. Yeah.
Right.
Wow. It is nice up here. It is nice up here. Okay, so yeah. Guys, whether you are dating a Chinese girl or if you are a Chinese girl, because we do have Chinese girl subscribers and they understand that when we talk about this stuff, we are over-generalizing, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I was literally talking about one person.
Yeah.
So, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
anyway.
You know what I am worried about is the fact that your GoPro is upside down.
Yours is as well.
Why?
Well, we're going to have to swap it around.
Something going on up here with the magnetic field.
Going under. Okay, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, so, yeah, we love you all the same. So,
yeah,
as always, you know the drill. Stay awesome.
Thanks so much for watching ADVChina. New episode every single Monday at 1 p.m. EST. Click down below for another one. Top right corner, click for a Lao 86 video, which comes out every single Wednesday at 1 p.m. EST. And right below that, you can watch SerpentZA at 1 p.m. EST every single Friday. Thank you so much, guys.